Hello friends, welcome back to this YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to use box models. I'll be showing you what box models is. Okay, box model is the foundation of design and layout of the web. It defines the structure of the web. It defines the layout of a web, and it's just a box or a rectangular box. And this is what I mean. Let's have a div tag. Everyone deserves to be great. Okay, if I have these, everyone deserves to be great. Okay, let me make sure I zoom my browser. If I have this now, and I will just grab that inside my style.css, and I will start with the margin. I will give this a margin of 100 pixel, or let's make it 70 pixel. I'll give this a margin of 70 pixel. Then I'll give this a border of, let's say, 2 pixel. Just follow me. 2 pixels solid red. And then I'll give this a padding of, let's say, 20 pixel, or let's say 30. I'll give this a padding of 30 pixel, or let me zoom out this. Okay, and then I'll give it a width. Let's say I want to give this a width of 50 pixel, and also a height of 50 pixel. I think that's too small. Okay, I think that's still nice, but let's give it a height of 70 pixel. Okay, just now I said a box model is the foundation of design and a layout of the web, and this is what I meant by that. This thing over here is a layout. This design I have inside my browser, and what box model are is just, it tells you the arrangement of how the element is being displayed, the length, the width of the margin, the border, the padding, the width, and the height. And if I expand my browser and open the developers tools, in order to open that, you just use Ctrl+Shift+I even in Chrome. In some browsers, F12, and if you can't find the shortcut, you can just go to the options and click on the developers tool. Once I open this, I'll make sure I'm in my element tab, and once I open that, I'll be able to see my box model. Okay, I have this over here. This is the margin. This over here is the margin. You see, the margin is the outer part of this element. You can see the margin, and next to it you have the border, and after the border you have the padding, and after the padding you have the content inside of the margin, the border, and the padding. And once you add a width to an element, you are adding a width to the content, and if you add a height, you are adding a height to the content, and then before the padding, before the border, and before the margin. So if you want to create space around an element, what you need to use is the margin. If I want to create space around this element, it's the margin I will make use of. When I added a margin of 70 pixel, you notice the space is around this place. If I change this to 20 pixel right now, you notice the space around it is not as much as before. Again, since there's a shorthand property for the margin, and it's add margin to the 4 parts of this HTML element, the top, the bottom, the left, and the right, you notice the space around these 4 parts has reduced. So if I change it back to 70 pixel, you notice I have more space around it. Can you see that? And next, after the margin is the border. You have the border. After the border, you have the padding, and the padding is creating space inside within this HTML element. You notice that the space, notice the space between this border and this everyone deserves to be great. That space is the padding. If I change this padding to, let's say, 50 pixel right now, can you see I have more space in between? So it's creating space in between, and the width and the height works for the content. It's the height and the width for the content, which is the innermost part of this box model. Okay, let me quickly show you something. I'll have a comment, and once I have this comment, I will say content. The content width, now we are dealing with width, is 50 pixel. Okay, since we are setting the width to 50 pixel over here, is 50 pixel. And after the content, you know, I told you that this padding shorthand over here works for 4 parts: the top, bottom, left, and the right. And the border also works for 4 parts now: the top, the bottom, the left, and the right. Okay, now the margin doesn't add to the width. Okay, since it creates space around it, it's not part of the width and the height of that element per se. Okay, so this content is 50 pixel and the padding is 50 pixel. Since this padding is for top, bottom, left, and right, and we are dealing with width, we'll be choosing the padding for the left and the padding for the right. And for the left is 50, for the right is 50. In order to explain this, the single value is also the same thing as this: top, bottom, top, right, bottom, left. Okay, so the padding, the width of the padding is 100 pixel. Padding is equals to 100 pixel, since we are grabbing the left and the right. Okay, and the border is 2 pixel. For left is 2 pixel, for right is 2 pixel, so that is 4 pixel. So 4 pixel. Okay, so we have the width of the content 50 pixel. Oh, sorry about that. We have the width 50 pixel, we have the padding 100 pixel, and we have the border 2 pixel. So the total width of this is 154 pixel. This is 154 pixel. That is the total width. So I'll just do TW. That is the total width of this element over here. And to calculate the height, it's the same thing. The height is 70 pixel. So let's put width above this. Okay, width, and let's put height above this. Height. The height of the content is 70 pixel. Okay, the padding is 100 pixel. That's for the top and the bottom. The padding is 100 pixel. And lastly, the border is 4 pixel too. It's 4 pixel. So this is 174 pixel. The total width of this TW is 174 pixel. Okay, and this doesn't make sense, because if you are setting only the width and the height, you're setting it only for the content. But it does make sense if you have something like box sizing. Box sizing, and you set that to border box. Okay, if you have this, what you're saying is, in addition to the width of the padding and the border, I want the width to be this 50 pixel. Okay, you notice this element over here, this everyone deserves to be green. This content over here is dropping out because it can't contain the border box. So let's assume we have the width to be, let's say 300 pixel, or let's say 200 for example. You notice it contains it, and let's the height to, let's say 100 pixel, or let's say 180. Okay, can you see I have it nice here? So it's better using box sizing most of the times, because it makes your work easier to calculate. It doesn't just make sense having a width of 200 of, let's say 50 pixel that we previously had, and other widths adding to it, and the border width and padding getting added to it. It doesn't really make sense. So you want to specify the total width for it. So the easiest way to do that is use box sizing and setting it to border box. So thanks for watching, friends. Please let me know your questions, whatever you don't understand in this width or about this calculation we have over here. Please just let me know in the comment section. I'll always be available to answer your questions. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.